This is opening time for today's video. We will study the sharp opening against d4. This is called Benko Gambit. So let's go. d4, knight f6. Knight f6 is very flexible. You can transpose this move in any kind of opening you want. c4 and then c5. This is called Benoni defense. You can capture the pawn, of course, d takes c5. But since we're talking about Benko Gambit, let's go with d5 and now b5, offering the b for the space. And that is the purpose of Bengo Gambit, for quick development and space. If you have space, you have a chance to put more pressure on the side with more space. C takes b5, let's go with accepted. a6, another pawn to be given away for free. Merry Christmas, capture. And we will not capture this one yet. Of course you can. But for now, let's go with g6 to have your bishop enjoys this long diagonal. Knight c3, the idea is, of course, to support the e4 pawn. And then later on, e5, bishop takes a6. Black can refuse not to capture this one. Like, okay, let's go first with bishop g7. But for this line, let's go with bishop takes a6, e4. Why? Because of this bishop takes f1. Once again, black can refuse to capture that one by moving d6 first to prevent the e5 or queen a5 pressuring. Of course, the knight, it's like, just imagine you have queen a5, the knight takes e4 is possible. But let's go with the line bishop takes f1, king takes, obviously that is the only piece to capture the bishop. d6, so don't rush things. Don't move bishop g7 here. You can just actually do, however, it's awkward and very annoying to have the e5 targeting your knight. So instead of you moving the bishop g7, d6 first to prevent any kind of attack. Knight f3, then now is the time for you to go bishop g7, g3. It's very important, of course, if you're playing white here, that you give space for your white king at the same time to have some freedom, to give freedom for your rook to enjoy this first rank. It's difficult to move around if the king is there blocking the pathway of the rook. So g3, castling, king g2, knight bd7, and now this is the 11th move of the game. So what is the purpose of this Benko Gambit? Giving away 2 pawns for one. Of course, number one, as I mentioned earlier, is space. So if there's an space, your pieces can move around and to put more pressure on the side with more space. Like on this one, the space is on the queen side, so this rook, so covering the B A, and later on the other rook controlling the B. This is not a loose game for white. Of course not. White can go with a4, of course the engine recommended, or rook e1. Later on, e5 will be forced, h3 to avoid the knight g4, knight e5 maneuver, or a queen e2, queen c toss. This is not a loose game, but in terms of sharpness of the game and space of black, it's difficult to handle this kind of opening. So if you want to have this kind of crazy opening, you may continue to study because this is the 11th move. So good luck to you.